Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
So, how's your bracket going so far? Of course, there's been, 4 play-in games so far? So, it's hopefully going well. And even if it isn't, that has a possibility not to really affect the rest of your bracket very much.
Yeah, but if you want that 1 in 9.2 quintillion chance.
That's the thing, yeah. We mentioned the other day that the odds of filling out a perfect bracket, so you get every single game right, those odds are 1 in 9.2 quintillion. Think about that staggering number. You know, we're so used to hearing massive numbers now when it comes to debt and GDP and bills with finance. So we're kind of desensitized to it, but that is insane, even in this world. It used to be that 1 million was a lot, right? But then we went from 1 million to talking about billions to 1 trillion. Then comes quadrillion. Mm-hmm. At a quadrillion, you're running into a number that, I mean, it's so big you almost never hear it even now.
You're getting the E on the calculator.
Yes, that's for sure you are. Well, multiply a quadrillion by 1,000, okay, and you get a quintillion. 1 quintillion. I mean, that's just, it's a stupid number.
Yeah, there's more, let's see, that is a higher number than there are grains of sand on the planet. Yeah. For just a little more perspective, okay,
let's put it into seconds. 1 quintillion seconds ago was what year? Well, what year would you say 1 quintillion seconds was?
Oh, I don't know, man. Dinosaurs?
No.
No?
Sorry. It wasn't any year because just 1 quintillion seconds was 32 billion years ago. 32 billion years! According to science, not only was the Earth not even formed or created, neither was the universe at that point. Supposedly, the Big Bang happened 14 billion years ago. So a quintillion seconds works out to double that amount of time. And that's just one quintillion. The actual perfect bracket odds are 1 in 9.2 quintillion, so that would make it 288 billion years ago. You can't even fathom it. So I guess what I'm saying is the odds of ever predicting every single game in the tournament correctly are really not good. It's a very difficult task. So if you do manage to fill out a perfect bracket, you really deserve the $1 billion prize Warren Buffett offered. Do you know that was clear back in 2014? But here's the bad news. He's changed the offer now.
Okay.
Now it's just $1 million a year for life.
Oh, wait, what?
Cheap bastard.
No kidding.
You'd have to live 1,000 years to get your $1 billion now. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
I guess the possibility that he'd have to pay out that money in 1 in 9.2 quintillion odds, that was just too risky for him.
I see.
But I love this stat. I just read yesterday that the closest anyone's ever gotten to that perfect bracket, at least since Buffett made the offer, was back in 2019 when a guy in Ohio correctly predicted the first 49 games.
Oh, getting nervous.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine? The first four, that's all of the first round, all of the second round, and then at least one game in the Sweet 16.
Wow.
Incredible.
Well, yeah, that's like my $5 parlay on 13 teams in Las Vegas back in 2001. Got the first 11 right. The payoff was going to be $32,000. Missed the last 2 games. So I got $32.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I just wish I had gotten the first 2 wrong, as opposed to me just thinking, oh, here we go.
Not exactly generational wealth. $32.
I don't know. When you're 20-something-year-old,
yeah, it was
barely surviving.
Probably made a difference, huh?
Yeah. Oh, it would have.
I wonder if Kreskin ever filled out a March Madness bracket.
Yeah.
He should be really good. Well, he's dead now, so I don't know if that enhances or reduces his powers of predictability. But if you're a psychic, why aren't you trying to do this?
Why aren't psychics rich?
Why not? Yeah, you would think they would know. I think we asked one of them one time. Oh. Was it back in Houston? Our program director at the time made us.
Oh.
Was it once a week? Do you remember this, or was this after you left? Had to put on a psychic like once a week.
And a pet psychic.
Yeah, at that.
No, I don't remember the regular psychic.
Crazy. But she said it didn't work that way. Like, what?
What?
Yeah. They can't control the things they can predict or something. It just comes to them. Just like a bolt of lightning.
Hold on a second.
And there it is.
I got a stack here.
Of predictions?
Psychic Nikki.
Oh.
And remember, there's nothing in here about COVID for her 2020 prediction.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, that should have stood out, right?
Yeah, you would think.
I mean,
you'd think.
And that was sitting on a T because China was already having problems noted at the end of 2019.
Yeah, right.
I'm just glancing at 2025 predictions. Just wondering here. Oh, check this out. This year, New York City, sometime, gonna have Statue of Liberty and other landmarks destroyed by a super hurricane.
Gosh,
super hurricane coming.
Oh, so it's not France coming to take it. It's a weather event.
Yeah, France. Good luck. Come and take it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, there's about a 1 in 9.2 quintillion chance that I'll be able to get through this show today without my head exploding during the course of the day. That's the kind of insanity we have to talk about. Incredible activist judges, the news media, who is right now stoking the flames of all this hatred with Tesla and Elon Musk. They just hate him for his effort on trying to save the country. It's absolutely despicable. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt had her daily press conference yesterday where she addressed the bevy of activist judges that have been attempting to derail the presidency.
It's a clear effort by these judges to slow roll this president's agenda. And if you just look at the injunctions that this president has faced, deporting foreign terrorists from our homeland, hiring and firing of executive branch employees, when the president is the executive of the executive branch. You also see an injunction by a partisan activist judge when it comes to the Secretary of Defense trying to determine the readiness of our troops and the qualifications of our troops in our armed forces. Does a single district court judge really have more authority over the commander-in-chief and the Secretary of Defense to determine who should serve in our United States Armed Forces? Absolutely not. Anyone who has taken a basic civics lesson can understand that, and it's ridiculous lawfare that we are witnessing.
Yes, it is.
I'm so glad that they're addressing this head on.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be, because otherwise there will be a constitutional crisis.
I mean, all these judges. I mean, there's something on all of them. The one who banned the transgender troops from serving in the military is a Democrat Party activist, including volunteering for Joe Biden.
Oh, wow.
And donating tens of thousands to Democrat campaigns. What's John Roberts think about that guy? I love that the American First Legal Group is investigating why Judge John McConnell was selected to preside over the lawsuit challenging President Trump's spending freeze, despite his public opposition to the president and longtime ties to a group that now stands to receive millions after his ruling. Wonder what John Roberts has to say about that. And then somebody posted all of these headlines of that Boasberg judge who said, "Bring back the plane with the thugs, the illegal alien gang members." I mean, this guy...
We'll get right on that.
Yeah, he's got all sorts of baggage.
Right now, we're looking for extra stewardesses for the flight. Flight attendants, because we want them to be serviced really well when they fly back. And there's not enough first-class seating for these guys, so we're trying to remove some of the seats and bring in some leather chairs.
Do you have to pay for those bags? Like when you check bags, or is it free?
They don't. No, we do. Well, of course we do, but they don't. You don't want to put that on the immigrant. Good golly. What are you thinking, Keith?
My bad.
Hegseth is really going through the military situation with a fine-tooth comb right now. And he has said that the military has been weakened by feminist activism. Read a really good article, and it was written, by the way, by a woman, Jen Giroux, who is a political analyst for Moms for America. And she talks about the fact that years ago, they decided that women are just like men, and so they need to be in combat just like men. And so, all right, if they can pass the tests that the men pass, okay. If they can do the same things, if they're the same, whatever. If they physically can do this stuff, then I guess let them in. I'm still not excited about women being on the front lines, but okay.
Right.
So what happened? None of them could pass the examination. So they lowered the requirements. They just changed the test for women. Is that a good thing? I'm pretty sure it isn't. If you can't do the certain things required to be in certain places and do certain things, then you shouldn't be doing them. But political correctness and wokeism is all they're concerned about. They don't care if the military can actually function. Just how many women do you have in it? How many gays do you have? How many trans people do you have?
Does it weaken our nation?
60.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Then that's the policy for the left.
Right. So Karoline had more on the subject of the activist judges.
67% of all of the injunctions in this century have come against which president? Donald J. Trump. Let me say that again. 60% of the injunctions by partisan activists in the judicial branch have come against President Donald Trump, and 92% of those have been from Democrat-appointed judges. This is a clear, concerted effort by leftists who don't like this president and are trying to impose or slow down his agenda.
Sure is. She was also asked about politicians like Tim Walz that seem to take pleasure in watching the destruction of private property like Tesla vehicles nationwide.
How should Americans view politicians who take pride in the downfall of an American car company?
I think that's quite sad, but I think Governor Walz, unfortunately, is living a sad existence after his devastating defeat on November 5th.
So good.
She didn't even have to look down at her big book of everything for that.
Oh, yeah. Chris says we have that clip that Jeffy was referring to yesterday, clip 23. This is what the topic was.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day.
This guy.
225 and dropping.
People in America are losing money.
Yay! Nice. I'm losing my money right now.
If you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, and take out, just telling you.
He is hideous.
Oh, my gosh.
He's hideous.
Oh, he's just a despicable human being.
Yeah, and there are nearly 2 million shares of Tesla stock that the state of Minnesota has in pensions for Minnesota state employees.
Oh, and he's rooting against it.
The governor of that state is like, yep, I'm so glad that you're losing money, Minnesota residents, state employees.
Not only is he reprehensible, but that shows just how butt stupid he is. I mean,
yes.
You take none of that into consideration while you're rooting against an American company because you don't like the owner. All right.
Weird.
Remember the last person to hold that role as White House press secretary, Curly?
Oh, yeah. You just said the big book of everything.
Yes.
Yeah, that's her.
She made an appearance yesterday, and she was asked what she's been up to since her role was abruptly ended.
I can't wait to hear.
It's really funny. Sometimes I'm like, I think I'm going to stay inside today. And I continue to work out. I love to run. I'm a runner. So it's been good to focus on self-care, to focus on my family, the things that matter to me, the people that I love, the things that give me light and joy every day. So it's been great.
Good. That's great.
I don't miss the job at all.
She doesn't miss.
Yeah, we don't miss you in that job either. I guarantee you that. You are not missed in the least, Curly. In fact, it kind of made me sick to my stomach just to see her pop up on the screen there.
Yeah.
Oof, like PTSD. Wow. All right. Let me tell you about preborn. When a woman experiences an unplanned pregnancy, she a lot of times feels alone and afraid, and so many times her first response is to seek out an abortion. And then she's got people all around her a lot of times that are encouraging that. But because of the generosity of listeners like you, that search may lead her to a preborn network clinic where she'll choose life, not just for her, not just for her baby, but for herself. Preborn offers God's love and compassion to hurting women, and then they provide a free ultrasound to introduce them to the life that's growing inside them. This combination brings the ultimate miracle of life to life, which is why Preborn sees, on average, 200 babies saved every single day. Meet some courageous women who chose life, like Maddie. Maddie was in a really tough situation as she wasn't sure who the father was, but after receiving counseling, after prayer, and a free ultrasound at Preborn Network Clinic, she changed everything. Maddie discovered she had twins. She found the strength she needed to choose life. Her sorrow turned into joy. Your tax-deductible donation of $28 sponsors one ultrasound. How many babies can you save? Please donate your best gift today. Just dial pound 250, then say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or you can just go to preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed is back.
President Trump sat down with Laura Ingraham last night, and he discussed issues that all the Democrats support these days.
But think of it. The Democrats lost big, and you look at what's happening with Schumer, but the Democrats lost big because of the stupidity of, they're backing these 90% negative things from their standpoint. Men and women's sports, transgender for everybody, all of this stuff, they're all for it. And they're still fighting for it. But now they have a new one. We're going to back murderers, killers, and people that hate our country. We're going to back people that hate Israel, want to destroy it, people that are murderers, people that are horrible. We're going to back them. I think that might be a 100% issue for us. They don't ever find an issue that's like a good
politically
issue.
Very helpful.
No, politically. I mean, this is not back in Khalil is not a great issue, but back in Khalil is better than back in these other, hundreds of people that are really serious criminals. It's probably a step better than that.
I don't know. It's tough to pick, actually. Yeah. It's tough to choose.
Yeah, that student that they're talking about getting shipped out from Columbia. We got another one. We got a Georgetown University researcher detained by ICE.
How dare they?
Yeah. So let's see. So he was a foreign exchange student at Georgetown, actively spreading Hamas propaganda and promoting anti-Semitism on social media. So the DHS was like, yeah, he has close connections to a known suspected terrorist who is a senior advisor to Hamas. So, yeah, we need him out of here. So and they're continuing.
Yeah. I mean, to President Trump's point about what the Democrats are backing, we talked about that yesterday. The abortion, how important that is to him. Hating Israel, supporting the Palestinians, and the criminals who are here to try to destroy Israel and all of the Western civilization, in fact. Encouraging all of this transgender nonsense where you're slicing up teenagers' bodies. I mean, it can't be a winning strategy for the Democrats, but apparently they think it is because they continue to go down that road. So President Trump is expected to sign an executive order to close the Department of Education today, confirming commitment to dismantle the federal agency. I think that has to eventually be done by Congress, but it directs Secretary of Education Linda McMahon to facilitate that closure.
They've already shut down the Dallas bill. Like, it's completely gone now. The Department of Education office in Dallas. I think it's out a couple. I can't remember the number, but it's a substantial number of employees.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
What's that going to do to your day? I don't know if I can keep going.
Oh, yeah?
I depend on the Dallas Department of Education.
1,300 employees.
Oh, boy.
Gonna have to find another job.
Dang it.
Yeah. So, oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Now, see, I want to talk about the government being too big. The Dallas branch of the Department of Education started with 4,133 workers when Donald Trump took office.
Oh, my gosh.
They've already been going through cuts, and now they're just the last 1,300, 2 months. Fuera.
Wow.
What is a word from Milei? Afuera.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's been a while since we saw that.
Love that guy so much.
Yeah. So President Trump also talked about former presidents yesterday.
They get a kick when I'm doing other work and doing a news conference when you had another guy that couldn't name his favorite ice cream. They always used to ask him, what's your favorite ice cream? Vanilla. Oh, great. He's done a press conference, ladies and gentlemen. It was crazy.
Will you talk to him again, do you think?
Yeah, I'll talk
Joe
to him.
Biden?
Sure.
Sure.
Do you ever call any former president? Do you call any of the former presidents?
Not much.
No.
I bet not.
A lot was made out of the fact that I got along very well with President Obama, right? You saw that.
Yeah, it seems so.
I can, I can do things that a lot of people.
You were friends with pretty much all of them.
I just didn't like the job they did. Because it's not about friends. I didn't like the job they did. They let our country down.
Amen.
Yep.
I can do a lot of things
other people can't do.
Yeah, well, have a civil conversation with Obama. He's got me there.
I can do it. Yeah. Yeah, that would be difficult.
And we got to call out the president there because absolutely, I specifically remember a clip that we used to play of Joe Biden when he was asked, what's your favorite ice cream? He said, chocolate chip.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, it wasn't vanilla.
So.
Wow. What a liar.
Can we start impeachment hearings yet?
Yes.
Lying about former president.
They lied about his favorite ice cream. Here's the proof.
Thank you.
Somebody who's not a former president, Hillary Clinton, is in Germany right now, and she's trashing the U.S. while she's in a foreign country.
Thank you, Yaka, for assembling this group, convening us together at this time of such peril in our world. Thank you for reminding us of universal values and human rights being at the core of democracy and freedom and peace. And thanks to all who are here on the stage as well as in the audience for being here bearing witness to what we are confronting.
How's her health? Is she sitting?
There's no way to sugarcoat it.
Okay.
There's no way to
go ahead and badmouth the U.S. From a
explain it
foreign
away.
land.
Gosh.
Autocracy is on the march, and we now have a government in the United States
What
are you?
that has thrown in its lot with the autocrats, which has made a choice to support those who wage war, not peace.
What?
Who have given enormous power.
Pause it. He's doing the opposite of that. What are you talking about? He's trying desperately to stop that war in Ukraine right now. He's the only one who's done it. None of the European leaders have tried to stop this thing. Biden certainly didn't. They just continue to encourage it, to supply it with more and more fuel.
Yes. Remember,
wow.
Democrats always accuse the other side of exactly what they stand for.
This is a shining example of that.
From start to finish.
Let's see if we can get through it.
Power. To the men who control the information flow in our world, who have all pledged allegiance to the continuation of algorithms that not only addict us, but poison us with hatred and fear.
That is all they do 24/7, is poison us with hatred and fear. That's their main calling in life, they think. And they do it really well. God, jeez. All of their minions in media are fueling this fire over Elon Musk and what he's doing with Doge. And they're proving along the way that they have absolutely no credibility whatsoever. None. She proved that MSNBC proved it again yesterday. Both Stephanie Ruhle and Ali Veshy had to retract their claims about President Trump and Putin as they're trying to stoke that fire. trying to make him out to be some sort of Russian agent, Russian apologist. He and Putin are in bed together. Check this out. They both had to apologize for it because they both claimed that the leader that Donald Trump was saying he was very good friends with, they both claimed that was Vladimir Putin. I don't know where they got that, but here's what they had.
Well, yeah, it's because she was talking about Modi. She was in India.
Yes,
right.
But I don't know where they get that they thought it was Trump.
The Associated Press wrote an article.
Trump
totally
and Putin
screwed it up. Yeah, like they screwed it up. But anyway, yeah, I see.
But here's the retraction.
Last night, The Last Word reported on excerpts of an interview between the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, and an Indian TV news network in which she said Trump was good friends with a world leader. Now, we said that world leader was Vladimir Putin, but the full interview was subsequently released, and it showed that Gabbard was referring to Donald Trump and the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi.
Last night, we reported on excerpts of an interview between the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, and an Indian TV news network, in which she said that Trump was good friends with a world leader. We said that world leader was Vladimir Putin, but the full interview shows that Gabbard was referring to Trump and Indian Prime Minister Modi.
Isn't that fascinating?
It is.
How they didn't even watch the interview.
They didn't even throw the Associated Press under the bus. Because that's who originally reported this incorrectly. And they are so disconnected from any source, never mind the original source of the video. Those two didn't even read the AP article.
Right.
They're just reading whatever the hell's put in the teleprompter.
Right.
They have no idea.
No research whatsoever. They don't even look into it. The claims that they're making on the air like that. Wow. It's dangerous. It's despicable. And again, they're just fanning the flames of the hatred that's going on right now with Elon Musk. It is unbelievable. This Tesla thing, I can't, again, we've mentioned this several times, but if these were right-wing people going after a left-wing business person and attacking dealerships because he owned it, the hysteria would be outrageous.
Yeah.
You would be shamed almost off the planet. That's all they would talk about. Wow.
Yeah, March 29th, they have set up, the left has, for Saturday, March 29th, to be a day of, I forget what they're calling it, Take Down Tesla Day. So they're supposed to show up at all 277 Tesla showrooms.
Oh, my gosh.
Protests.
This is so dangerous.
It sure is. Charging stations.
Wow.
They want big events at all of these locations.
No, well, they're going to get them.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be some big events. Wow.
That's, I mean, this is Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah.
This is where we're at.
And the lies, just more proof of amazing bias and lack of credibility. I read a headline on a story and the description underneath. The headline was, Musk uses immigration and claims of voter fraud to sell Social Security Administration cuts. Elon Musk has falsely claimed that undocumented immigrants are siphoning away billions of dollars worth of entitlements as part of a Democratic scheme for votes. Okay, is this a news article? What do you mean he's falsely claiming that? Are you looking at the numbers? Are you looking at the proof like he is? Are you seeing the documents? Elon is. Elon is actually looking at the documents and seeing the fact that there are people who are hundreds of years old who are receiving Social Security benefits. There are people who don't exist who are receiving benefits. Why do you want that to continue? Because they're benefiting from it. That's why. They couldn't care less about fraud and waste in the government. They don't care. And they even admit many paragraphs down that the Trump administration has said repeatedly it's not cutting benefits, just fraud. And while it's well known that fraud exists in programs like Social Security and disability programs, well, there you go. What do you mean he's falsely claiming these things? I'll talk a little bit more about this coming up because it's outrageous and you need to know this when you're accosted with this information.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Mr. Sean's tweets. So the odds of filling out a perfect bracket, which are 1 in 9.2 quintillion, they're better than those of seeing the Epstein list. Yes. Yeah, I think they probably are. Yeah. Or all of the JFK files, for that matter. Apparently there's still some that we don't have that might shed some more light on it. Then we'll see if that comes out. Rowdy Introvert tweets, so in other words, the odds of a perfect NCAA bracket are 1 in approximately 254,003 U.S. national debts.
That's how you make the U.S. national debt look small.
Yeah, right. 36 trillion times 254,003. And you come up with those, you come up with the quintillion number. Unrepentant thought criminal. Liberal judges want our military to be fabulous, while Trump wants them to be fighters. Is there a difference between fabulous and fighters? Fabulous!
There it is.
That's what he wants them.
Yeah.
He wants them to be fabulous!
Snap while you do it, though.
Fabulous!
There it is. Okay.
Close. It's close.
All right. I think for this next tweet, you're going to need a gift that Pat Head Frank Herbert sent us here.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yep. Your very own.
Oh, not the Jackie glasses. This are
very own.
Oh, it actually says not Jackie glasses on it. Who sent us this?
Frank Herbert sent you this gift. So now you got your own pair of glasses.
Look at that!
Right? They're nice, man.
Glasses that an actual male human could wear and not feel ashamed.
Now test them.
All right. Let's see. Here comes the moment of truth.
Okay. Hey, those look good, man.
Yeah? Better than the Jackie glasses?
I'm going to have to say yes.
Okay, and they work.
Yes!
They work. I can see it. From Chicken to Tasty. Dropping the offer from $1 billion to $1 million is why he earned the name Warren Fat Piece of Crap Buffett.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you, Frank Herbert.
Yeah,
what a great pair of glasses there, man.
That's very cool.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, those are.
Now you can take Jackie's back there. He's
really
probably been
nice.
looking for them for a year now.
Yeah. I don't know. You tell me. Those or these? I don't know.
We should do a Pat poll. I'm going to put a poll up right now.
Oh, you know these smart Alecks are going to choose these.
Going forward, should Pat use his new glasses or
the Jackie glasses?
I'm going to do that right now. We'll see what happens.
But we were talking about the unbelievable bias in the news media. In particular, we were talking about NBC and MSNBC. I mean, they just had to backtrack on who the world leader is that Donald Trump is really good friends with. And they were talking about Modi of India and MSNBC's Stephanie Rule and Ali Veshi?
Who knows?
Whatever his name is. They both said that leader was Putin. It wasn't.
Yeah, but how pissed would you be if they find out later that the origination, because Glenn's talked about this before, how something gets into the machine and then just gets churned and stuff. This is a similar case to that where the Associated Press incorrectly reported it. That should have been in the teleprompter for their apology. You know, we reported on an erroneous Associated Press report. Please accept our apologies. If those two reporters are finding out after the fact that this originated with the AP, and that wasn't in my teleprompt apology, my retraction, you'd be pissed at your team, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy, that's a mess, man.
They're too stupid to even know to be pissed. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
But this NBC story, the Trump administration, I didn't get a chance to finish this before the break. The Trump administration has repeatedly said it isn't cutting benefits. Thank you for at least acknowledging that. 6 paragraphs into the article. Just fraud. They're cutting only fraud. And while it's well known that fraud exists in programs like Social Security and disability programs, experts say Americans and overseas crime rings are typically perpetrating fraud on entitlements. So they're trying to lead you away from any illegal alien involvement because experts say it. What experts? Who? Who are they? Do they have access to the actual government documents like Elon does? What is the agenda here? It's really the question you need to ask on virtually every news article you read now. When it has things like Elon Musk falsely stated that, well, what's your proof that that's false? What are you talking about? How do you know it's false? And who are these experts that say otherwise? Who are they? What do they do? How do they know? And what is your agenda? It's really important right now because we're being lied to every minute of the day. And it's despicable and it's dangerous. Yeah. Because he's been so maligned and lied about, look what's happening to his companies. They're trying desperately to ruin him right now.
Yeah.
Fortunately, at the start of all of this, he was worth $400 billion, so it's going to take some doing to actually wipe him out. But they've done a pretty good job of cutting. I think that Tesla has lost about half its value since December, right? They're still in the 230 range or something.
Chris, what did that top off at? That was up. Wasn't it a 900 something at one point? Or am I wrong?
Was it that high? Just in December, I think it was
like two times.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it split?
Yeah, it split twice.
Oh, wow. Jeez. And then what was the peak in December, or in this last December, I think it was?
421. Yeah, that was the peak.
Okay. So it is about half.
Yeah.
It's lost about half its value.
Elon Musk is learning what it feels like to be Donald Trump.
Yeah,
honestly.
he is.
And I guess, look, if you're going to work that closely with him, you have to expect that at some point. But isn't this the same radical left that was just, remember when Rush said, like, he wanted Obama to fail in the early days of his presidency?
Oh, yeah.
And the left was like, oh, my gosh, you're an un-American SOB, Rush. And
yeah. I think they called him a traitor.
Right. It's like, well, you guys definitely want Donald Trump to fail.
Pretty open about it.
Yeah, you're clearly, that ship has sailed. So, I mean, it just added to the list.
And this event in 9 days on the 29th, man, is that dangerous. While we're on the precipice of just civil war here over Teslas, and then you're inviting people to every Tesla dealership. What do you think is going to happen? You think everybody's going to be reasonable once they gather there together?
Boy.
And the dealership owners are not, I mean, they shouldn't be. I don't think they're your target, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of them are probably Democrats who had no idea about the politics of Tesla. They don't care about that. They're selling great cars, trying to make a living. And you're attacking them because Elon ultimately owns the company.
Oh, you know what, Chris? I just printed up something. I forgot to go and get it off the printer. Read that about Senator Kelly. Did it print up, or maybe it didn't? I don't know. But
it did not.
It did not. Okay, so I just saw this where he has traded in, Mark Kelly has traded in his Tesla.
Oh, yeah, for a Tahoe.
For a Tahoe that gets 16 miles per gallon. That'll show him. I don't know if I should hate Elon for being buddies with Trump, or am I still trying to save the planet? No, I hate the planet. I don't know. Just these people.
No.
They don't see the hypocrisy.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I almost bought a Tesla this morning for $14,000 in Carvana. I just forgot to ask permission for the wife. So I didn't pull the trigger, but it's in the cart.
Wow.
Now's the time to buy a used Tesla. People are getting scared. Now, this could have residual effects. Like, let's just say, we talked about how right here is probably the Tesla capital of America based on how many we see on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if you start to get a lot of damage, a lot of vandalism reports in an area, then everyone's car insurance rates are going to go up.
Yep.
It's going to be reflected in your insurance bills, which are already ridiculously high in the last 5 years. I mean, this is, oh gosh, this.
Yeah.
We can't share a country with people like this. We gotta pay whatever they want for Greenland and put all the radicals there. Look, you're still in America technically, but you're gonna have to stay.
They get the new shiny state.
They get the new shiny state.
Yeah.
Have you seen that landmass? There's a lot of room there.
Lots of room.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could, You could fit many millions of people in Greenland. And right now it's occupied by about 40,000. That's amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It's a little cold there. It's just a bit nippy. And so, and I don't know that there's a lot to do. I'm not sure about the nightlife on Greenland.
Okay. Well,
but, Vizzini didn't think it was a great place.
You want me to send you back to where you were? Unemployed in Greenland?
No, at the time we didn't want you to, but now apparently it is desirable.
Yeah,
so.
well, we can ship them with a bunch of, garbage that they could burn if they're bored. Remember, this is where we're putting the radicals.
Yes,
and they need things to do.
Yeah.
Just give them trash to
They'll find
set
stuff
fire to and damage and
a couple of kitty litters. They'll figure it out.
Will they? All right. Well, I'm glad you have confidence in them because I don't think they can figure out a lot of things. I
don't get it though. A couple kitty litters.
Yeah, they identify as pets.
They have pets.
Yeah, they identify as cats, dogs.
Okay.
And they like to poop in.
Oh, the furry people.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Sure.
All right.
So Greenland would be a great place to practice your furryism.
Yes. Name your price, Denmark. Okay. Name your price.
All right. Did you know that Fast Growing Trees is the biggest online nursery in the United States? Thousands of plants and over 2 million happy customers. So whether you need a fruit tree, privacy trees, flowering trees, or shrubs, they've got everything you need to make your yard look awesome, no matter what you're into. They'll hook you up with the perfect plants for your spot and for the climate that you live in. Best part, you order online and they deliver straight to your door in just a few days. You don't even have to leave the couch. Their Alive and Thrive guarantee means your plants show up healthy, and they've got plant experts on call to help you plan it all out. You're going to love this place. I know I do. This is where I order everything that we have for the yard. We're in a temporary place right now, so I'm not currently, but I did last year before we sold the house, before we even knew we were going to. And it worked out incredibly well. It just increases the curb appeal, depending on where you put it, of course. Maybe you can't see it from the curb, but these are fantastic plants and trees. And they have experts that will help you not kill your plants and trees. This spring, they've got a killer deal, too, up to half off select plants. Plus, because you're a listener or a viewer or both, you get an extra 15% off your first purchase with the promo code PAT at fastgrowingtrees.com. That's fastgrowingtrees.com. Offer code PAT. Get it now. The offer is limited. Terms apply.
Pat Gray returns.
So in the Senate yesterday, Mitch McConnell glitched again? Oh, no. Somebody get this man some water. Please. He's dehydrated. Come on now.
Yeah.
All right, here's what happened.
Here in Kentucky or talk to him about it being a bad policy at all?
My hearing is not what it used to be.
Tariffs, Senator. Your comment is about tariffs. Tariffs. Comment about tariffs.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a fan of tariffs. I hope it works.
Okay. All right.
And it's the same chick that yelled at him last time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he trusts her.
Oh, my God.
That's his go-to right there.
I'm not a fan of terrorists. I hope this works because I don't like terrorists. That's exactly the answer we were looking for. Thank you, Senator. Senator McConnell. Mitch McConnell, everybody. Yeah. Yeah. That's the United States of America Senate. Oh, my God.
Here in Kentucky or talk to him about it being a bad policy at all?
My hearing is not what it used to be.
Tariffs, Senator.
It's his hearing,
your comment is about tariffs.
Okay, she told him. Told
Tariffs.
him again. Tariffs.
Comment about tariffs.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm not a fan of tariffs.
Holy crap.
Oh, tariffs.
I hope it works.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, my. Okay, so even though I live in her district, I don't know what Kay Granger was like in her last public appearance.
But you got to imagine it was something similar to this.
Could it have been worse?
Not a lot, but a little bit maybe. I mean, it was worse when he absolutely froze. But he was freezing there.
Yeah.
He was having a really tough time. He was acting like he couldn't hear. She's shouting it in his ear. Tariffs! Tariffs, Senator! Tariffs! Oh, tariffs. I'm not a fan of tariffs. I don't know. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm going to pull my head back into my shell now and ignore you. You can't see me. You can't see me.
Holy crap. I mean,
it's sad. It is, and I don't wish him ill. But come on.
If you live in Kentucky, you got to go to his office and just surround it and be like,
just please. Okay, he's got to come home.
Come on, get out.
Come on. Think of all the people that this has happened to lately. And it's because we've got permanent elected officials. They're just there for life until they drop dead at their desk. They're going to continue to be in this government making the decisions that are affecting all of our lives. It's just ridiculous.
Yep. By the way, no lawyer has taken me up on my offer for Kay Granger.
Oh.
6 months without having a representative in Congress.
Yeah, because
I want my refund on my taxes.
Because you didn't have representation for that time.
Mm-hmm.
No taxation with that representation. That's what this country started on. So, please, somebody. What are you looking? You're looking for a DM?
Oh, I'm looking for the last public appearance for Kay Granger. But somebody. DMs are open. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. I need an attorney.
Okay.
I'm serious.
All right. How long is this Schumer thing? Is it too long?
Yeah, it's too
it
long
is.
here.
It is. We'll get to that coming up after the break. But holy cow. I mean, how many times do we have to see this glitch with Mitch McConnell before somebody finally says, look, dude, we love you. It's time to go home. Okay? You need to resign from the Senate today. Today. Where's John Thune? Who has the body of a Greek god. Showed up naked as a jailbird in the Senate bathhouse. I told John Thune, hey, John, this was after we made passionate love for 14 hours. But I said, John, you got to tell Mitch to go home.
Wow. A couple of tantrics in the Senate.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But that's what's going on in the U.S. Senate. What are you going to do? You're going to tell him to go home.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
So the March Madness tournament underway. BYU plays at 3 o'clock this afternoon against VCU, if you're interested. Which,
I was wondering why you weren't in shirt today.
Yeah, that's why. But they got to win this thing. Got to win the game. I got them going all the way. Let's see. I have them in the Elite Eight, where they would lose to Duke. On the other side of the bracket, I got Auburn, Florida. With Florida winning that. Houston, Duke, I got Houston. And then Houston, Florida, I got Houston. So we'll see. But how's your bracket going so far?
Do you count the play-in games?
I don't. I think so. I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's tough because you usually think you have till Thursday to get your bracket turned out.
Yeah. But now it's till Tuesday. Well, North Carolina had one of those play-in games. It's called the First Four now, not play-in.
Oh, my bad.
But to me, it is. They are play-in games.
Mm-hmm.
You're just trying to get into the field of 64.
Right.
So North Carolina destroyed San Diego State, 95-68. Okay, they got, I think, Ole Miss next. Alabama State beat Dayton 70-68. And is that it? Texas had one too, right? Didn't they have a play-in game?
No. I don't know. No.
The tariff. Do you like those? The tariff. What's your opinion?
My hearing's not what it used to be. So
tariff.
what do you?
Tariff.
Play-in game. Play-in game.
Play the end game? Are we at the end game already? I don't know.
Yeah, we were about 4 months ago.
Somebody give me a drink of water. I think I'm dehydrated.
Has the governor of West Virginia weighed in on any of the games yet? Because, he was really mad that West Virginia was left out.
I was upset about that, too. They should have been in.
I agree.
Should have been in.
From everything that I read and understood, the stat, comparisons and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think he's got a point.
But does the governor of a state need to be making that point?
No, but they do all the time. I mean, that happens a lot.
Yeah, why is it okay for them to gamble? I mean, I'm completely going off a non sequitur here. But
did he say he's gambling?
No.
Oh,
I'm saying, but like you said, they always do all the time. It made me think. A lot of times, like governors or mayors will make bets.
Yeah, right.
Why is that?
That's true.
That's legal.
Yeah, I guess.
But
so.
I can't, slip a $5 bet down on fill in the blank.
No. Yeah, and in Texas, isn't all that stuff illegal? Didn't they ban like FanDuels and all those sites?
Yeah. Did I see?
Because you'd like to do it, right?
I don't gamble.
No,
I've never gambled once in my life. I would
really?
never be a party to such a thing.
That's interesting.
No, check this out. Plano. Let's see. Is it Plano? Somebody's trying to get a casino right around here.
Oh, in the DFW area?
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to pull that off.
Yeah, it's against the law, so that would be hard.
3 people talking to me. Irving's
trying to get a casino?
Okay, where the Cowboys used to. Okay, I don't know.
I know where that is.
That's, good. That's what I need.
That's pretty close to here.
That's what I need. I need a casino
right
close
by
to
you.
Work.
Yeah.
Holy crap. On my way home from work.
Oh, man.
Thanks for the payday. I'm going to make a stop now.
Okay, Keith is about to lose his home and his family.
That's
so
what
pray for him.
Seriously, if I lived in Vegas, I just made this point on a live stream last night. If I lived in Vegas, I would be living in the gutter in 5 months.
If you're living, I mean, the mob ties might, that might have something else to say about your breathing habit.
This really got dark quickly.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
I just said I'm broke and living in the street, but now I'm in debt to the mob?
Now you're going to be killed
Holy
by the
crap.
mob. Yeah. That's what we do here, Keith.
Yeah.
Have you met us? That's what we do. All right, got some tweets here. Furion Energy tweets, Pat, how dare you assume this audience would sabotage a poll as a means of sarcasm? We would never.
No.
Right.
No. And in fact, that poll, I know you've got results there. And ironically, I think you're going to need your glasses to read the
small
results.
Print. Yep.
But I just tweeted out pictures of you because people that are listening needed to know.
Yeah.
That,
you need a comparison between the two. The Jackie glasses are the new ones. So we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Jimmy Dimples tweets, maybe Mitch McConnell needs to finally uninstall Adobe Flash from his brain and go to HTML5 or something.
Okay.
Some tech talk there.
That's a nerd joke there.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Paco D, don't ship the evildoers to Greenland. Ship them off to Rikers Island.
Okay.
I'm okay with that, too. Yeah, I'm all right. All right. I'm going to use the new glasses for this particular tweet. We got the poll results so far. Here's how the poll is going so far. Stick with Jackie's glasses, which are these lovely things. 44.1%. Go with the new ones. 55.9.
Wow.
Almost 56%.
Wow.
All right, so you can still sound off if you haven't yet.
Yeah, now it's got the accompanying picture.
Pat Unleashed on Twitter with the accompanying photos.
So you're taking those back to her, right?
If it's all right.
The poll says so?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're like Elon Musk now. It's like whatever the poll says, I'll do.
I'm not sure if we're going to make it a binding poll or not. It's still to be determined.
Has she asked for those? Like,
she has not. She's got them all over the house. She's got a million of these.
Gotcha.
We've got them in every single room.
Okay.
All right. Chuck Schumer tried to explain how evil Hamas is yesterday to Chris Hayes at MSNBC. Interesting. And
Hamas uses, by doctrine, the innocent Palestinians as human shields. They put rockets in hospitals. They put schools there. Wait, the late head of Hamas said these Palestinians who were killed are necessary sacrifices. His words. They've said it. The media doesn't play it up. And the world doesn't realize the difficult position Israel is in, trying to make sure that Hamas doesn't come back, because we know what Hamas would do again. Yeah. Because Hamas has been, I don't know any other country that has used people as human shields the way Hamas has.
Isn't
and
every insurgent Viet Cong, any insurgent
never the same
army?
way. Never the same
Really?
way. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Insurgent armies sometimes run into trouble that way.
Well,
but
they're
it's
always
not
amongst the populace.
Even if they did, so what? That doesn't make it okay. If it happened from the Viet Cong before, so what?
That's Chris Hayes' fallback?
Yeah. Well, didn't other people? Didn't Genghis Khan do this? Didn't Adolf Hitler do this in the past? Is that justifying it? What I'm talking about here?
Yeah, that was his case.
That's his case.
If a communist country did it, then I guess it's okay.
I mean, and this is an amazing moment where I'm agreeing with things that Chuck Schumer is saying.
But he's
amazing.
On this, Please Love Me tour. I'm sorry, but the radical left base of the Democrat Party, and that's their base now.
Yeah.
If they're pissed that you didn't stand up to spending a ton of money on a continuing resolution because it gave Trump this victory,
this ain't helping.
This right here will set them off even more. They do not like Israel on the far left. They're not gonna. This will piss them off more than the CR stuff.
All right, let him finish.
Well, they're always amongst the populace. That's the way an insurgent army operates.
It's not a policy
and so
the way
that's
it
okay.
is with Hamas. Rockets in hospitals.
Unreal.
And using humans as human shields. But what I'm saying is, the media, they showed every day pictures of Palestinians being hurt, and we ache for that. They almost never mentioned that a lot of these were human shields.
They're not human.
What does that even mean? If there's
human.
The size of Gaza is less than it's basically Manhattan, and it's got 2 million people in it.
Stay focused.
That is. Are you even a human when you have the attitude that it's okay to be doing this? You're not even human, Chris.
Okay.
Chris Hayes is trying to justify Palestinians, Hamas, using Palestinian civilians in hospitals and schoolyards as being okay because others have done it. And that is incredible.
Isn't that how an insurgent army works, though? What the hell?
Even if it is, it shouldn't be the way they work. And we're going to kill them. Okay?
I just don't get that.
I don't either. Wow, these people are just out of their minds. Seriously, mentally ill. John Fetterman, though, who has had a factory reset and, as a rule, isn't quite as mentally ill as a lot of these people are now, is visiting Israel right now. And Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu gave the senator a gift in an expression of thanks for his support in Israel's fight against Hamas. He's been pretty strong, pretty solid.
Yeah, watch this.
Thank you. Thank you. That's great.
It's great that it can be here in some place.
No, it's going to be here. It's just fun. Please, can I give a man who has everything? How about giving him a beeper?
It's a.
Now, this is a silver-plated beeper. The real beeper is like 1/10 the weight. It's nothing.
Really?
But it changes history.
You know, when that story that story broke, and I was like, oh, I love it, and now it's like, thank you for this. Yeah, no, all right,
that's cool.
No, thank you.
That is cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But
there's a lot there.
Yeah,
there's a lot there.
I wouldn't put it near your genitals when it goes off. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's crazy.
If you ever vote against Israel, Senator, make sure that beeper is nowhere near your pants pocket.
For those who don't remember, Israel used beepers to blow up in the pockets of terrorists, last year sometime? Was it last summer? Is that when it was? 9 or 10 months ago, probably?
Yeah.
One of the most amazing operations of all time, where they confiscated an entire shipment to Hamas, fitted all of these beepers with explosives, and then got them to the Hamas terrorists.
There's a lot of eunuchs running around now.
Yeah. Yep.
Over there, that part of the world.
Few injuries.
I will say, first of all, I thought it was funny how Netanyahu goes, what do you give the man who has everything? Well, that man could use a suit.
Yes. A tie.
Hold on. Pause that. I love that. You remember the Saturday Night Live bit with Chris Farley? He'd interview people. Like, he even sit down with Paul McCartney. Remember that one time you were in the Beatles? Remember, that was cool. That was really cool. That's exactly what this Fetterman thing was when he was telling him about the story. Play it here. Pot it up.
Beeper.
It's a.
Now this is a silver-plated beeper. The real beeper is like 1/10 the weight. It's nothing. Really? But it changes history.
You know, when that story that story broke, I was like, oh, I love it, and now it's like, thank you for this. All right.
That is Chris Farley's character right there. Yeah, that is.
I guess the factory resetting works.
Yep. Dude.
Okay.
So great.
I don't know. Where are you keeping that beeper if you're Fetterman, though? Where are you keeping that thing? In a bomb-proof case or something? Because, I mean, you vote against Israel one time, that thing's going off. That's a fact. You laugh.
I can't wait. I still can't wait for the movie to come out. That's going to be one of the coolest, based on a true story, movies you've ever seen.
Wait, the operation?
Yeah.
Of the beepers?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. Well, it should be a thing. I don't know that it is either, but I can't imagine Hollywood not picking up on that. Well, yes, I can.
Last time I checked, that only
I can.
There,
oh, boy.
All right. Speaking of trouble in the Middle East, here's a Houthi drone being taken out.
Okay. And
so
the fun continues.
Oh,
bye-bye.
Oh, and down it went. So was that a fighter jet that took it out? That's really cool.
Sure.
Excellent.
I don't know.
Boom.
I assume. Maybe it was our own drone. Who knows?
And ta-da! Awesome.
Hope you have the receipt. That thing's gone.
Is the guarantee in place if it's hit by a missile? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Let me tell you about Home Title Lock. Did you know scammers can literally steal your home right out from under you? The FBI calls it house stealing. That's really creative of them. I don't know where they came up with that. So wait, they've stolen my house, and the FBI calls it house stealing? Wow! Who is their PR person?
I don't know.
It's incredible.
I don't know. Madmen.
Anyway, here's how it works. It's amazing because all criminals have to do is forge your signature on one document. Then they use a fake notary stamp. They pay a small fee, as little as $1, and then they just file it with the local recorder's office. And just like that, your home title has been transferred out of your name and into theirs. Then they take out a loan using your equity as collateral, or even sell the property behind your back. And you won't even know it's happening until you start getting the late payments because of the loan they took out. Incredible. Or the foreclosure notice. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. Their $1 million triple lock protection helps keep your home and equity safe. Here's what you get. You get immediate 24/7 monitoring of your property, urgent alerts if there are any changes, and if fraud should happen, their U.S.-based restoration team will spend up to $1 million to fix the fraud and restore your title at no additional cost to you. And here's the best part. I've teamed up with Home Title Lock to give you a free title history report so you can find out if you're already a victim and access your personal title expert. It's a $250 value just for signing up, and it's free. Go to HometitleLock.com, use my promo code UNLEASHED250, UNLEASHED250, or click on the link in the description and make sure you check out the $1 million triple lock protection details. When you get there. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code UNLEASHED250 to get the protection and peace of mind you deserve.
Follow Pat on X @PatUnleashed. Pat Gray Unleashed returns after this.
Got some tweets here. Genderface tweets, is it weird that every time I see Mitch McConnell, I want to hand him a ball of lettuce to eat? No, that seems normal.
Totally normal.
When I see a turtle, that's what I want to do. Peekapool, the invidious Pokemon, Tweets, well, that was a blatant lie. Everyone knows that Keith gambles every time he undertakes yard work or basic home maintenance. No, that's true.
I did put $20 on the Tennessee Titans to win the Super Bowl this year. Don't judge.
How much?
$20.
$20. On the Tennessee Titans? What were the odds, though?
That's what I got. I forgot what the payoff is. Hang on, I'll tell you. So they have the number 1 pick, right? Cam Ward going to end up there? So
yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping to get in, before the odds drastically change. I'll get back to you.
All right.
I got a bad connection in here.
We got a poll update. It is 66-33 now in favor of the new glasses. Okay. All right.
I think now they're just trying to prove you're wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
$20 at the odds here is $5,000.
Okay.
Go Titans.
Nice. And not a lot to lose.
No.
Right?
$20, right?
Yeah. You're probably not going to lose your house over it.
It starts with $20.
It starts with $20.
It starts with $20.
Yes.
This guy, that's wisdom
Indeed.
right there.
Indeed. Hey, the astronauts are back home, and we've been wondering for months. All right, what are they going to get in compensation for this? Because they've really been screwed. They were supposed to be there 8 days. They were there instead for 9 months, and they should be accruing overtime pay, or just a lump sum. Give them $1 million each for the trouble. I mean, they were away from their families and their lives for 9 months when they were expecting a week, and it wasn't their fault. It was Boeing's fault. It was NASA's fault. And by the way, Musk still getting zero credit from the left on this. Of course, they don't even mention him. They don't even mention, I barely mention it was SpaceX that got him back here. Not Boeing, not NASA. SpaceX got them back. President asked him to do it. He said, I'll do it. He did it. And they're safe and sound. Thank heaven. Oh, my gosh. Apart from any of the Musk stuff, it would have been horrible if something happened to him. But can you imagine you compound that with Musk being involved? Oh, my. He had everything to lose and nothing to gain here, which is the situation for him at Doge as well. He's got everything to lose and nothing to gain except helping the nation survive. And yet, he's the worst person on the planet to the left. So anyway, what do they get paid here? Well, apparently there is some compensation coming to them.
Thank goodness.
Man, are they going to be rolling in the dough?
Yeah.
I mean, now you're talking generational wealth. I didn't realize it was going to be this good,
Good.
So Butch Williams, Wilmore, Butch Wilmore and Sonny, or is it Sunni? It is Sonny. Sonny Williams made a dramatic return from space after spending a total of 286 days in space. That's 278 days longer than they were supposed to be there. They will now potentially be compensated for their inconvenience.
Good.
So what a relief.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to this.
Oh, no.
It's around, according to Katie Coleman, who was, I think he was stranded for, was it 4 months or something? About half the time, I think. And he says, for me, get this, it was around $4 a day. Let that soak in for a minute. Wait, $4 a day? Every day?
So she got an extra $4. Cool. Okay.
$4 a day. That was back in 2010, though. Now it could be.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? $5, $6 a day.
$4.50, bro.
$4.50 a day. They're going to be rolling in it. It's unclear what the rate currently is for the astronauts in space, but the federal travel allowance is $178 per day.
Okay, so I did some Keith math. $178 a day times 286 days.
Okay.
Let's just say they get that.
Yeah, let's say they do.
And I'm throwing in the extra $4 that Katie Coleman got. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So we're talking a maximum amount of $52,000. Maximum $52,000.
That's the highest number I've seen is around $50,000 for their trouble. Yeah, come on.
It's time for Donald Trump to sign an executive order.
Yes, it
of
is.
Some sort. This is stupid.
No kidding.
Oh my goodness.
But, at least she won't have the flyaway hair anymore, I guess.
Oh.
She kept reminding me of somebody.
Oh no.
Oh. And then I realized yesterday who it was.
Yeah.
Medusa.
Medusa.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
There it is.
So are we all going to die now by looking at her?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But
so
you're
you
right.
turn to stone or something, right?
Stone, yes.
Turn to stone. Yeah.
So we didn't want to bring her back. But we did.
Pathead Ian Dobbins had a great tweet. I don't know which came first, chicken or the egg here, if it was him or the Babylon Bee, but it's perfect. Would anybody be a bit surprised if we see a story in the next few days entitled "Federal Judge Orders Astronauts Back to the Space Station They Were Rescued From"? That is brilliant.
That's funny. Yeah, that's really good. I wouldn't, would anything surprise you at this point?
No, nothing does.
No. I mean, it's just so ridiculous, and nothing makes sense anymore. And certainly not these federal judges who are appointed by Democrats. Many of them by Biden, some of them by Obama. But it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out, and if the Supreme Court takes it on. Will they even hear this? I mean, this could lead to a really bad constitutional situation here, where you've got these two forms of government, the two branches, battling it out with each other, and the Supreme Court is going to have to weigh in. I don't know if they're going to. I'm a little nervous that they'd weigh in the right way.
Right. I mean, this is... John Roberts has proven he is incapable of being impartial in this case.
Man.
And this is a judicial powers thing. Which side do you think that this Supreme Court's going to rule on?
I wonder.
Jeez.
888-900-3393. More coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right. Because they can't resist.
What happened?
Because the poll is going the right way. So somebody had to do this.
Wait, what?
Look at that.
Who did that?
I don't know.
So that's the new glasses.
Those glasses are not an option. I didn't have those on.
If you're listening, it's...
That's really a good... it looks like I was actually wearing them, doesn't it?
Crazy eyeballs on springs glasses.
Yeah.
Where does the poll stand right now? Let me check here. Go with the new one still. 67-33. Yeah.
It's even better.
Look at there.
Okay. Hey, former track and field athlete Minnis Vard is asking the NCAA to award her a 2019 victory that she says was stolen by a male athlete participating in the women's division. Good! Yes, that's what all of these women should be doing this.
Yes.
She raced for East Texas A&M University in 2019 in the women's 400-meter hurdles and was the fastest female at any NCAA Division II school. She wrote an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal, participated in subsequent interviews regarding a race at the NCAA championships, the Division II championships, where she posted a time of 59.21 seconds. Unfortunately, a male athlete named CeCe Telfer was also in that race, and with a time of 57.53, he beat her by 1.68 seconds. Okay, that's almost a 2-second victory in a 400-meter race. That's a lot. That is a big victory. She says it's been 5 years since that honor was stolen from me. I want it back. Good for you. She also revealed in an interview with Megyn Kelly that Telfer was, get this, the man in the race was ranked 390th in men's competitions. Huh. That's interesting. So the 390th ranked man became the top female. But come on, there's no difference between men and women in sports, right? 390th when competing against men to number 1 competing against women. What? That's fair. Next, you're going to be telling me that there's not hundreds of women crossing over to take on men in track events and basketball and volleyball. Okay, maybe that deluge hasn't happened quite yet. In fact, there's not a single example of it happening. But you know it's going to, because they're all the same. So I'll bet that happenstance is going to begin any minute now, where women cross over and start taking over men's races. What is it going to take here to learn the lesson that we're different?
Money.
Yeah.
You got to hit them where it hurts.
You do. You're going to have to sue.
That's why court cases like this are so important.
Going to have to sue to get your titles back. And, you know, these poor women who have worked their whole lives and gotten to the pinnacle of their sport, and then a man takes it from them. That just sucks. And I can't understand how the left is okay with it.
And obviously we have a new president that has injected common sense into this debate and signed executive orders.
Right.
But, I mean, this stuff doesn't go away overnight. Have you heard about the Deerfield, Illinois situation where girls complained that there was a boy in the girls' locker room before gym class? So they complained to two female, like assistant principal and director for student services, who then reprimanded the girls, took them back to the locker room, and tried to force them to change in front of the biological male. The girl said, screw this, we're just not going to change for PE today. And now it's a big stink in Deerfield. This stuff is rooted deep, and these people are sick. And
there's got to be a lawsuit there.
Oh, there's got to be. Again, hit them where it hurts, man. Take them to court. It's absolutely outrageous. Tried to bully these girls into changing in front of a boy. I mean, this is twisted stuff, man.
Unreal.
Yes. Deerfield, Illinois.
Good heavens.
Mm-hmm.
So your sensibilities as a woman don't matter at all.
Nope.
They don't fit into the equation at all.
You will be shamed and reprimanded by the adult caretakers at a school if you dare to hesitate to take your clothes off in front of a member of the opposite sex.
Jeez.
Insanity, man.
That is
evil.
Crazy. Also, Andrew Cuomo, who is running for mayor of New York now, still claims he did nothing wrong during COVID. What was it? 14,000 seniors died?
Oh, gosh. It was
in rest homes.
I'll look that up.
I mean, you don't think it's wrong that he essentially put thousands of seniors in rest homes on death row, do you? I mean, he insisted that COVID patients be transferred into those facilities. You don't think that's wrong, do you? I mean, when did we get so judgy all of a sudden over these kinds of situations?
That's the thing. Again, you got to hit them where it hurts, or this kind of stuff is going to continue to happen. It's going to happen again.
Yes. There will be another pandemic eventually, and there will be instances like this. There will be these kinds of situations, and we're going to have to be prepared to say no, stand up and say, no, we're not transferring patients into rest homes where seniors are really vulnerable to this disease. No. Still did nothing wrong. It's incredible. I mean, how could this guy win after all of this? Incredible. A New York Times opinion piece just admitted, though, that some of the truth about COVID. 5 years ago, Americans were locked down to stop the spread, but they weren't allowed to ask any questions, specifically regarding the science, which is why it's shocking that a recent New York Times op-ed by Zeynep Tufekci entitled, "We Were Badly Misled About the Event That Changed Our Lives" was even allowed to be published in the Times. Take the real story behind two very influential publications that quite early in the pandemic cast the lab leak theory as baseless. The first was a March 2020 paper in the journal Nature Medicine, which was written by 5 prominent scientists and declared that no laboratory-based scenario for the pandemic virus was plausible. We later learned through congressional subpoenas of their Slack conversations that while the scientists publicly said the scenario was implausible, privately, many of the authors considered the scenario not just plausible, but likely. Oh, man. The article reveals that evolutionary biologist Christian Anderson wrote in those Slack messages that the lab escape version of the story is so freaking likely to have happened because they were already doing this type of work, and the molecular data is fully consistent with that scenario. That's kind of a big thing, right? They're admitting this. Stu said when he showed this on his program the other night, Stu Does America, by the way, you might not remember how far this cover-up went, but what's amazing is that not only was this published in the Nature Medicine journal, but the New York Times was backing that kind of stuff. So I'm amazed that they even put this opinion piece in their paper. They were doing the same exact thing. Everybody was. All the mainstream outlets were claiming that it was bogus to say that this came from a lab. You were a conspiracy theorist. You were a buffoon. You were a right-wing kook. All of that stuff. You were completely discredited and told that you're a moron. And yet now, 5 years later, pretty much everything we said has come to fruition. All of it has eventually, it leaks out in drips and drabs. So it's not like an avalanche where they say, okay, yeah, everything the right said was true. But really, that's what's happened since. Mm-hmm. All right, we got much more to share with you. But first, let me tell you that today is the last day to join our March Madness cookie giveaway at Kexi. I think we'll probably ignore the fact that the first 4 games have already happened. So you can still enter today. Okay, go to Kexi.com/March Madness.
Yeah, I entered, by the way.
Did you?
I'm looking forward to you bringing in my prize. So
all right.
Save on shipping.
But you can enter your bracket into our group for a chance to win a box of 12 cookies. The top 3 winners will be announced once the tournament ends, and each of our winners will be given a box of cookies. There's no purchase necessary, but you got to go to the website to get more information. Brackets have to be entered before the first game tips off. And what time is that? Like 11 today? This morning?
Yeah,
Eastern time?
Yeah.
I think 12
11
Eastern.
something Eastern. Yeah.
Okay. So we still have the mint chocolate chip cookie and the Irish cream brownie, but those are only around for a week or two now. They'll both be gone on April 1st. So when is that? Like 10, 11 days, something like that. So stock up now. These are the best cookies you will ever have in your life. You don't have to take my word for it. Here's what Barbara said about our cookies. She said, "These are the best cookies I've ever purchased. I love tasting all the new flavors, and I've never been disappointed. Kexi uses only fresh, natural ingredients." That's true. "Which makes them even better. Don't hesitate to try them. They are the best." Thank you, Barbara. Appreciate that. Go to Kexi.com. You can enter the March Madness, and you can just order your cookies there. Kexi.com, KEKSI.com.
Pat Gray is Unleashed.
So, what is the HUD and Interior partnership?
Oh, this is okay.
We've got 2 agencies getting together?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
This is interesting. Let's see what you think about this. We got a housing crisis in America, and we've got a lot of federal land.
Yes.
So here we go. Watch this.
I'm here with Secretary Burgum to talk about our nation's housing affordability crisis. We need more affordable homes in America, about 7 million to be exact. And my friend here oversees the use of our federal land.
That's right. Our federal lands are an incredible asset on America's balance sheet, and we've been discussing how we can efficiently and effectively steward these underutilized areas to solve our nation's affordable housing crisis.
Well, today we're announcing a partnership between the Department of Interior and the Department of Housing and Urban Development that will unlock federal lands for the benefit of all Americans. And here's a glimpse of what this new agreement will do. HUD will work with DOI to assess the housing needs in areas where federal lands may be available yet underutilized, and implement tailored housing programs with guidance from states and localities.
This partnership will identify underutilized federal lands suitable for residential development and streamline the land transfer process. It'll also promote policies to increase the availability of affordable housing while balancing important environmental and land use considerations.
All right, so let's sign this agreement and get to work.
Okay. And there you go.
And there you go.
All right, you can kill this. I didn't need all of this.
Oh, you don't want to see him signing the
I
paper
specifically
now.
asked them not to include this, so we can kill this.
Well, no, they knew how important this was, that we actually see it happen. Because obviously it's not an auto pen.
That's right.
Right? They're obviously signing it
by
with
the way,
their own hand.
Update on the auto pen coming up in overtime today. It's getting good. It's getting good on the auto pen front. So what do you think of that, Pat? Federal lands becoming, high-density projects for housing.
Strange. I don't know. Obviously, you're quite skeptical about it.
I'm incredibly skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the idea of the government. Okay, so where are they building it? Like, okay, you've got the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of room there.
Yes. I'm pretty sure they're not going to build at the Grand Canyon.
Let's hope not.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know the specifics of this.
Yellowstone. That's the place you want to build, is Yellowstone National Park.
You're not going to get insurance on that super volcano. The Department of Education building in downtown Dallas.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Repurpose that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need to look at the specifics of this plan.
Yeah, I'd have to know more about how they're going to go about doing this. One of the things that needs to happen is for the federal government to give back most of the federal land that they've confiscated.
Yes.
Give it back to the states.
Yes.
I mean, what do they own? Like 80% of Utah or something? It's insane how much territory they own. That needs to stop.
If you look at a map of the United States, a federal land, in fact, I'll try to find it here. You just see it is fascinating.
Yeah. They own everything.
Well, they get to the Mississippi River and then they go, "Oh crap. We should probably own this." And here we go. Look at this. I mean, Western U.S. Now, granted, the West is beautiful.
Big. Yeah. And there's a lot of territory.
You want to protect it, right? But, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Look at that. Yeah, look at that.
It's just...
I mean...
Nevada's not even a state. Come on, let's be honest.
And neither is Utah. I mean, just a tiny little circle there at the top of the state, really, is all that Utah owns.
And that's probably the Great
Incredible.
Salt Lake half of that.
Yeah, probably.
So it's going to be. I want to see how this thing plays out. What would help the housing crisis and probably lower the price of homes would be if you escorted all of the illegals here, and then all of a sudden you've got all these vacated properties that need selling.
Yep,
that might help.
And how many federal buildings have they said that we have that are just completely empty, completely unused? We'll use those.
That's a good question.
You don't need to eat up a whole bunch of more land and start building homes. We've already got the buildings.
Okay, there are
remodel them.
Okay, this link goes to the Obama White House.
Oh,
Obama posted this. His administration.
Yeah, remember we played a clip from him yesterday or the day before where he talked about that.
So during that administration, there were 14,000 buildings and structures.
I think it's much more than that.
Yeah.
Now. 14,000 structures. You're telling me you couldn't house, I don't know, illegals at those places?
Wait, not the illegals.
Or redo them and let American citizens live there.
You could get, the veterans could get houses, poor Americans. And think when we ship the radical leftists off to Greenland, there's going to be even more homes opening up.
Right.
So I don't think you need to start taking over federal lands unless it's like buildings like here in Dallas, the DOE building. But there's plenty of buildings available before we start taking over national parks. I don't know that they're doing that. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they won't do that, but you never know.
We need to look at this. I got to find this order that they just signed.
That's a weird plan, though. It's a weird clip. It's a weird idea.
And put a still shot of the two gentlemen there. They shouldn't have done this signing at the Department of Interior. They should have done it at HUD, where you have like a picture of a framed house or something behind you. Not a pristine waterway behind you.
Right.
Like, yeah, we're going to be building right here on the wetlands.
In fact, we're going to dry up this annoying river, and we're going to put homes all up and down it.
Do you know how many apartment complexes we can get in that riverbed? Got to drain that thing. I'm going to find this, and we need to look closely at this.
Yeah. Thing. Okay, so Tampon Tim Walz.
Yeah, it's another clip.
This
is another Gavin Newsom.
An absolute douchebag. This is from the same podcast?
It's another clip from that we didn't have yesterday.
Okay, where he's talking tough?
He's so tough, man.
Oh, man.
He's a man's man. Am I right?
No, but he thinks you are.
Yeah.
But I think this notion of toxicity and masculinity needs to be separated. And I think it's been conflated. And I think we're going to have to work on that.
Dancing like, hold on.
I think there is a
I think
crisis.
some of us scare them. I think I scare them a little bit why they spend so much time on this. No, I'm serious because I can fix a truck. They know I'm not on this. Yeah. I'm not putting this in people's grill. I don't know if my identity is not hunting. My identity is not football coaching. My identity is not, a beard and a truck.
Okay, what happened there? So he's told us what his identity isn't, but not what it is? Or did he ever tell us what it is?
I don't know. He scares us, so we had to stop the clip.
That's unbelievable.
Okay, but
scare him.
What's Newsom doing at the beginning of that clip?
He's dancing.
He's dancing like Trump. Look at that. Yeah, Tim Walz, man.
Pathetic. This guy
needs to disappear in the background.
Yes.
Just go ruin
away,
Minnesota.
like Biden and Harris have done. Go away.
And you notice that on that interview, he's wearing that stupid new pin for the flag of Minnesota. That looks like Somalia.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Wait, we get an announcement tomorrow. Is that right? From Kamala Harris? Am I wrong about her future?
I don't know.
What do you know?
I feel like someone in this room, I think maybe Jeffy said it. I don't know.
That she's making an announcement about her future? How exciting.
She's going to tell us if she's running for governor or not, I think.
I can't wait to hear.
Harris governor announcement. I feel like that's tomorrow.
Good luck, California. I mean, if that's what she announces, I bet they fall for it. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He did tell us that. Okay. Never mind. End of the summer. We'll know by then.
All right.
But she has given herself a deadline to decide. I don't know why tomorrow is on my mind with her. I don't.
Well, get your checkbooks ready to donate to the Kamala Harris for governor campaign.
Yeah.
So she could waste another $1 billion.
Right. Actually, it was $2 billion, but who's counting? What's another billion? Among friends
yes.
and voters,
Marxists, friends.
And stuff. Yeah, right. I'm sure none of those people who donated to that failed campaign mind that she squandered all that money.
No, we all did through USAID, but I digress.
Well, that's true. So, are the rest of the JFK files? Is that supposed to? Are they going to release? Because we were told
there were more released yesterday. Yeah,
more came out yesterday. Are there going to be more today?
Where do we stand on the total count? Any idea, Chris? I don't know that we're done.
Because we were told 80,000 pages.
80,000 in total.
So we were about 17,000 pages short.
Yes.
And so I don't know if that, I guess they're coming out still in drips and drabs, but...
I'm checking right now here.
I don't know what I was hoping for. I was expecting probably what we got, which was mostly nothing. But I just wanted... I don't know. I just want to know it definitively what happened.
No,
and we don't know that now with this.
We're still sitting on that 63,400 pages.
Oh, are we?
So
all right. So they haven't released anything else.
No. But there's more coming. They've been clear on that. And it's so gargantuan, man. I mean,
it's a lot to go through. Yeah.
We're gonna find stuff out like weeks, months from now. Someone's gonna find. Oh my gosh, look at this. I hope.
I hope so too. Most of the focus was on the guy that we already knew about. I mean, some people knew about it. The CIA operative who was afraid for his life. And the day after the assassination, he went to a friend's house and he was all shook up. And it's exactly what I was thinking. I'm all shook up. Hey, yeah. And he was afraid for his life. And so he said he'd probably have to leave the country, but he didn't. And 6 months later, he was dead. Shot behind the left ear. So, did he do that himself? Or he was also... so he shot himself with his left hand, but his friend said he was right-handed.
Okay.
I don't know if that's
Makes
definitive or not, but it does sound suspicious. So
wow.
Was he killed by the CIA? I don't know. Would it surprise me? Not in the least. Nope. But then there's some controversy over Israel and whether they had something to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hope not. Although I will say in the 60s, there were some issues with Israel. There really were. There was the Liberty that they shot and killed some of our sailors.
Right.
And they said that was an accident of some sort. That was a really bad accident.
And and there's been a lot of discussion about President Kennedy trying to stop Israel from getting nukes.
Yeah.
And that would be their motive. We'll get a president in there who can. So I don't know. There's a lot going on that I have yet to fully absorb.
Then there was Jonathan Pollard, the spy that was spying on us and giving information to Israel. So there's been some issues. I don't know. I hope it's not that. That would be ugly. All right, we've got overtime coming up later on, and we'll be back tomorrow to finish off the week with you. And joined by Jeffy, of course. We'll see you then.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.